Okay, we're back with part 2. As we last left off, we're about to get into the second witness of the first case. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Hold on, I'm turning the volume down. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Shawit to the stand. Mr. Shawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Shawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony, I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment, and I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. I quailed and frightened, found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Shawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your... whatever. Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, this is it, the real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? That witness must have lied in the testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court's record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradiction evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. So remember, press the witness with the minus button or by waving the window. Then check your facts again with the plus button and point out the contradiction. Cross-examination witness's account. Yeah, blah blah blah, not reading this again. Oh yeah. The phone in her apartment wasn't working. Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't, right? But you said you didn't go into the apartment, or did you? Oh, that. I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on a shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby and blah blah blah. So that was the time, eh? I say, you're wrong, sir. You found the body at 1 p.m., are you sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body or no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain that 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Shawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Witness testimony. The time of discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotape program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Oh, I see the lie in that one. I see right through you, Mr. Shawit. I see. You heard a voice saying the time of a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this. Cross-examination, the time of this. Yeah, blah blah blah. Are you sure it was a television and not a radio? Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witnesses testified he heard the time. Wait, go back. I say that's impossible, sir. Hold it right there. The prosecution said there was a blackout at the time of discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Shawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. What? Wait, I remember now. Mr. Shawit, The court would prefer to hear the accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Shawlett. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Witness's testimony, hearing. Actually, I didn't hear the time I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Short testimony, but I know what the lie is. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Cross-examination, period. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. A table clock. Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Ah, you say a clock was the murder weapon? This was the murder weapon! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Why, you, with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Shaw. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. The witness stated the statue was indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So, the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Actually, I do. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You were lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed me. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, sir. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Shawlett. His sound must have left quite an impression on him. Understandable since the murder weapon spoke just as he hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Well, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Yeah. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day I never... Look, the clock, I heard no, I mean, I saw Ah! Shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There is a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright. Your Honor. The claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Shawit heard was definitely this clock. In fact, which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Yeah. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Shawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Shawit, try talking your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. What's he talking about? While it may seem like this clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Dang it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Shawit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not Chief. Listen, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove it. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right. Ha ha ha, very funny. Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Actually, I can't. Wait. Maybe I can. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder, but you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Those words! Let's see who pulled this one off. Let's see this evidence. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. Right here. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you referred when you struck her dead in the apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Shawit, or should I say Mr. Did It? Nah. Whoa. We flipped that guy. He's not getting up for a while. Oh, order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete an offense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Huzzah. And with that, the court is adjourned. It turns out that Frank Shawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Shawit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Shawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defense Lobby number 2. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief, I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can particularly see the headlines now. Harry Butts innocent. That sounds disgusting. Thanks. I really owe you. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate dinner. Maybe my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Cut here, take this. It's a present. Present for me? Well, wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry, are you so sure? That squeezed me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me, it's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. What the heck is she talking about? And this is going to be really weird sounding. It makes me think like he's throwing this thing at his face. Look. Oh, my face! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some shumpster. Where'd you get that clock? It's the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, we'll make of it what you do. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am, thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope to see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realized things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Well, I think our work here is done, shall we be on? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me? We'll drink a toast to the innocent buds. No comment. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime, maybe over drinks. So my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me unless you count the clock he gave Mia. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end of this episode. A brand new episode has been added. Turnabout Sisters. Let's save. And there's your nice little clip art for the first turnabout. And on this note, I'm going to be ending the video here, so see you all next time, and let's play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Catch you next time.